Hey YouTube, Madam Roy back again. Well, today I have a video request. When I did my room tour last week, I had a request, forgive me, I don't remember the YouTube user, but it was a request for me to do a specific video about my Pioneer LaserDisc player. Now, unfortunately, due to copyright laws, I cannot demonstrate anything with this. I don't have any like generic LaserDisc or anything that wouldn't be still under the copyright protection. So if you're looking for a demonstration of this, I apologize up front, guys, but I'm not going to do it. That being said, let's go ahead and take a closer look at this. This is the Pioneer DVD laser player model DVL-909. This actually came out in 1998. This is one of the very last LaserDisc players to be produced. There were some later models and higher-end models, such as the DVL-919, and I believe there was even a 929, but I don't think that was ever released in this country. I think that was over in Japan only. This will play all LaserDiscs and most modern DVDs. Now, the only issue this has is playing plus R burnt discs. This will play minus R discs, so this can play burnt CDs, just not the plus R discs. Basically, how it works is the power button right here, and right now it says stop because I don't think I have anything in it. Now, if you want to open it, it should open automatically. Let's see. Usually does. May have actually left something in here. Well, while it's deciding what it wants to do, let's go over some of the features on here. In front, this is the PL off button. I'm not really sure what that does. You have the stop button. You have the disc side A and B, because this does turn from one side to another, because laser discs are actually two-sided. You can only record information up to 60 minutes on one side of the disc, so that's a really nice feature. This model does have the true surround sound, SRS. There's the rewind, fast forward. And up here you have the play button, the DVD or CD tray, and the LaserDisc tray. This actually has two separate trays in it. And once it decides what it wants to do, I'll go ahead and show you how that works. Actually, I haven't used this in a while, so I'm hoping it actually still does work. Well, whilst doing that, let me show you. I do have the original remote for this. I keep it over here by the bedside. And these are all the functions on there. You have, let's see if it'll focus here. Okay, I don't know. It's not going to want to focus. Okay, you have the power button, the discs, the disc side changer, open and close. This is just like your regular DVD functions. This will tell you, shuffle audio. There we go. Display, subtitle, all your arrow keys, your menu, title, return, all your play options right here, including skip. You can manually enter time in for the LaserDiscs, because earlier LaserDiscs didn't have tracks like DVDs do, or CDs. The later LaserDiscs, say ones that were made after 1990 or so, had the tracks, but early on, if you wanted to get to a certain point on one side of the LaserDisc, you actually have to enter the time in. So let's say you want to get to 34 minutes in, you'd have to type 3, 4, and 0, 0, and then it would go to that point on the LaserDisc. We've got program, chip time, I'm not sure what that one is, mode, that's the playback mode. Random. These are, I believe, if you're playing audio CDs mostly. Repeat side A and B. That again, that'll be for LaserDisc, and then last menu and condition. Let's go ahead and try to turn this on again. I'm going to try to open it using this. See if she opens this time. I hear it doing something. There we go. Okay. Now, as you can see, this is where you put the actual LaserDisc. Now, there are different size LaserDiscs. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I know the normal one's a 12-inch. It's like the size of a record. Then you have the 6-inch, and then a 3-inch, which is the CD or DVD in this case. Now, you can load in a CD and DVD from this point, but that's not really the way you're supposed to do it. What you do is you hit this button here, this first one, and that opens and closes the big tray for the LaserDiscs. Now, if you want to play a DVD or a CD, you actually just have to hit this one again, and it'll pop out just this little tray, which I think is kind of a neat feature. That way you don't have to put a lot of stress on the door. And if you want to go back to playing a LaserDisc, you just push the LaserDisc button, and the LaserDisc door will pop out. Sometimes you have to hit it twice. And there you go. Let me go ahead and show you guys what's on the back here. It's going to be a little tight, but I think we'll manage. I'm hoping the camera will pick this up. Back here you have your different ports. You have your, right here is your composite video, and then audio, left and right audio. You actually get two different channels here, so theoretically you could have 4 speakers hooked up to this if you had the proper equipment. You also have an option for optical out, which I don't have on this particular setup. Right here, this is your component. I'm sorry, this was composite. This one's component in. Now, this only works for the DVD player. This will not work with LaserDisc, and that's because LaserDiscs are not digital video. They're just digital audio. That's why I've hooked up this way, because I only use this to play LaserDiscs. And then on this side over here, it's just the power cord. And that's pretty much it for the connections. Now, for those of you that don't know what a LaserDisc is, they actually came out originally in the late 1970s. They were supposed to replace like VCRs and Betamaxes at the time. They did gain quite a bit of popularity, but never were a replacement for VCRs, mainly because they didn't have any type of recording feature. And of course, back then, most people used their VCRs to record their daily activities, and it was much more convenient to have a unit that would record and play movies versus one that can only play. But let me go ahead and pull a LaserDisc out. I'll just pull one out at random. We can take a look at it over here. This one is Fried Green Tomatoes, one of my favorite all-time movies. This was based on a book. The book Fried Green Tomatoes was written by Fannie Flagg from the Match Game. If you guys ever want to see a movie, it's an older movie, but this is definitely worth picking up. And it's not only on LaserDisc. I have it on DVD and on VHS as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the LaserDisc itself looks like. Pull it out of its wrapper here. So this is the LaserDisc. As you can see, it basically looks like a giant CD or DVD. It's the same size as a phonograph. You can see my face through it, so it is clear. And it has the label in the middle. Again, each side gives you 60 minutes of video, so you can hold 2 hours on one disc. And that's where that automatic flip function comes in handy, because you don't have to get up like you did with the older players. Actually take the disc out of it and flip it over. This one actually flips the laser on the opposite side of the disc, so you can go ahead and keep watching your movie. Now, some movies like this have 2 LaserDiscs, so eventually, about 3/4 of the way during the movie, you are going to have to flip it again. But I'll go ahead and put it in, show you that this does work. You put it right in here, just like a record, and then we'll hit play. And again, I'm hoping this still works. It's probably been a good 6 or 7 months since I've used this. Oh, and there we go. It's playing. You can see the counter there. Let's see if I can get it. Yep, there you go. Get that a little clearer for you guys. You can see the counter is going. Now, like I said before, some of them do have chapters, but obviously this particular one doesn't because it's actually counting the milliseconds there. So I'll have to look at that. I swear this one had chapters on it, but this was right around the transition. This movie came out in 1991, so it may or may not have had at the time. Anyway, so that is a look at my Pioneer DVL-909 LaserDisc DVD combo unit. And in a separate video, I will go over my LaserDisc collection because it is fairly substantial. I'm guessing there's probably about 100 or more LaserDiscs there. So until next time, have a blessed day, everybody.